And let's go a little further. Now we all know that drugs is also illegal. But I intend to, as you have done your thing, I intend to sell on every corner in the Bahamas marijuana. I don't think marijuana should be illegal. I look at marijuana as something that is natural. In fact, you don't have to have any human being intervening or helping out in any way for a marijuana plant to grow. It is nurtured by God Himself. This plant was given to the earth as any other plant. This plant was a divine plant like any other plant. This plant is natural like any other plant. Man do not intervene in any way to get this plant to grow. It grows all on its own in nature. Now, if the growth situation of this plant cannot be hindered or stopped or prevented by man and mankind, it is a total act of God. I don't see no one going to God or praying to God or trying to arrest God or taking any legal actions against God for the plant, for growing that plant. But if that plant, by the grace of God, grows in my backyard, I am guilty of possession of an illegal substance. That is bullshit. That is a bunch of crap. And I cannot see how any sensible government, I cannot see in this day and age, any sensible, reasonable human being rationalizing in their mind the legality of a human being legally responsible and punishable by law, the law of man, for having something that was grown in his yard by an act of God. That is where the hypocrisy comes in. That is where the bullshit must be separated from the sense. That is where we as human beings must use our rational faculties to understand the ramifications of what we do and the laws we pass. Most of these laws that we do pass are a bunch of idiotic nonsense that were lobbied by certain individuals in our community that see fit to have a high moral ground against the average or the norm. They want to see themselves as this great and glorious entity in our community that is unblemished, that is perfect in every way. But those people that really advocate against something, I have come to understand through history that they are the very ones that are facilitating the very thing that they are against. That is hypocrisy in the highest order. That is a bunch of rubbish, and I intend to expose all of it. I will not sell any marijuana to anyone under the age of consentment. That is 18 years old. But if you are over the age of 18 years old, you can vote. You can vote for any person you want to run your country. I'm assuming you also can marry and take care of your kids and offsprings. So, in this light, I'm thinking also that you have also the mental faculties and the reasonable ability to make a decision that you will smoke marijuana or you will not smoke marijuana. These conditions are totally up to you. I am not standing in the way. I am not trying to throw something upon and force your will to. I am just saying that we can get along. We can live together. You can say no to whatever product I am offering you. Fine. But I don't want you to prevent me from doing something that I truly love to do. This is clear. This is understandable. Any reasonable mind can understand what I just said. I will not provoke anyone or hinder anyone or become an obstruction to anyone doing whatsoever they choose, as long as they do not hinder or become an obstruction to me for doing what I so choose. And I will not do not want to hurt anyone. I do not want to kill anyone. People are selling guns. People are selling bullets for guns. But bullets that are shot out of guns end up more than oftenly into the body of another human being. But did the person that sold that weapon is responsible for that death that that weapon did? No, they blame it on the person that bought the weapon. Now, it was the judgment of the person that bought the weapon and how they used that weapon that may have caused the death of someone else. They hindered someone else from living by a decision they made. But the decision to sell that weapon to that person was not, according to the law, a wrong one. They did not obstruct that person from purchasing something that they wanted to do. They facilitated that. You've got to be real. If you're going to sell something that might cause someone to have a lung cancer, skin cancer, it is only fair for you to at least contribute to preventative measures, health care measures, that they might find some sort of avenue to cure themselves. Now, if everyone taught like I taught, understood like I understood, this world would be a perfect place. The man who sells the weapons or the guns would at least contribute most or some of his proceeds from the sale of his weapons to a trauma center, to a gun shot center, to helping those victims that are walking around with bullets that he made and he sold in their bodies. So, if you have the marijuana smoke in your body and you were a customer of mine, it's only my obligation as a concerned and rational human being to facilitate you in finding a cure, in helping you. And these are the balance to what I do. This is just pure and simple. This is just common sense. I do not want to hurt anyone, but I do want to live. I do want to make a profit. I do want to be comfortable in this world that I am in. And it's only fair. I'm not going to work my whole life to facilitate someone else's dream, goals, and aspiration, to help them upon their career ladder to reach the pinnacle of success. And I'm just a footnote, a byproduct of them achieving whatever success they have. That is not me. That is idiotic thinking, but most of us are at that level. I call that the mediocritive group. I am not a part of that. I am first and foremost a human being, a living organism created by the Supreme Creator. And as such, I answer to no other entity other than the Supreme Being that created me. I follow no other law other than the law that was established by the Supreme Being that created me. And if that Supreme Being that created me do not stop me or hinder me in any way, please believe anyone who step in my way, I will destroy. Mercilessly, unremorsefully, prejudiciously annihilate them from the face of this earth. My name is Chris Rolle, and you are in the Rolle Report.